Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Bobbie and I'm about to teach my yoga cyclist class. This is another limited mobility class, but we're only going to be doing like half chair yoga and some yoga on the mat. It's more for limited mobility if you have a knee or leg injury but are still able to kind of walk on it, or as long as you should be able. I don't know, I'm technically not supposed to be walking on this knee, but it's whatever. Alright, so I just want to make sure that my camera angle is okay. It looks good. Alright, so we're going to get started with our mat on the floor and the chair at one end of the mat. And we're going to start by lying on our backs with our legs up on the chair. I just realized my chair was halfway on the wall. Alright, so make your way onto your backs. Put your legs up on the chair. Let the eyes close. Let the face relax. And then bring the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the heart. Begin to breathe deep, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. On every inhale, feel the belly rise all the way up into the middle ribs, upper ribs, collarbone, till you can't inhale anymore. And then exhale, feel the upper chest rise, middle chest, and then the belly pull in, lower, belly pull in towards the spine. Keep taking deep, even breaths, just like that. Trying to focus your awareness only on the breath, noticing any thoughts that come to mind, but then letting them go with every exhale. Notice any sounds that are around you. Once again, just noticing, observing, letting them go, not letting yourself get too attached, not letting yourself judge them, not letting those sounds get to you. Allowing your mind to be quiet, even if it's a little noisy around you. Or maybe it's not noisy. But still, allow the mind to be quiet. Feel the parts of the body that are connected to the earth and connected to the chair. Feel the warmth of your hands on your belly and your chest. Feel the air. How does the air feel on your skin? We'll take a few more deep breaths here. Really allowing the body to sink into the earth. Feeling grounded and centered in. Maybe even adding in your ujjayi breath, if you have that in your practice, by constricting the back of the throat, kind of making a ha sound, but with the lips closed. And then when you're ready, Let the eyes blink open. You can move the hands off to the sides. And then we'll just kind of lift the legs up a little bit off the chair so that you're able to circle the ankles and then also circle the wrists in both directions. And then place the legs back down, release the arms down, just rock the head from side to side. And then from here, we're going to move the body, the upper body, to the right side of the mat. And maybe clasp opposite elbows above the head. Try to keep both shoulders grounded. Maybe look over the left shoulder as long as that feels okay in your body. And really send that breath into the left side body. And then walk yourself through center and over to the left side. Switch the elbows clasp that you had. Keep the right shoulder grounded. Maybe look over the right shoulder as long as that feels okay in your body. And send the breath into the right side of the body. Inhale to come back through center. And then bring the arms out to a T. I'm just going to move my bolster here. Palms face up. Shoulders stay grounded. Take an inhale. Bring the legs at about a 90-degree angle. And then exhale. Gently let them fall over towards the left side. Keep that right shoulder grounded. Maybe bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. And maybe bring the gaze over the right shoulder as long as that feels okay on your neck. Really try to breathe deep into the belly, even though you're a little bit, your torso is a little constricting here. But trying to breathe deep in this constricting position really helps bring out those internal organs. On an inhale, bring the legs through center. And exhale, gently let them fall over to the right side. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Maybe bring the right hand to the left outer thigh, giving yourself a little bit of assist. Maybe bring your gaze over the left shoulder as long as that feels okay on your neck. Inhale, bring the legs through center. And then from here, you're going to sit up. Bring the legs underneath your chair. You might need to scoot your chair. Well, actually, if your chair is next to a wall, you might need to bring it away from the wall. Your legs are going to be under the chair. You're going to place your hands on top of the chair. And then you're going to really ground through the sit bones. Lift the heart up, roll the shoulder blades down the back, squeeze the legs together, and then begin to lift the legs up off the earth, and then lower. Keep the heart lifted, keep the chin off your chest, and keep lifting and lowering the legs, starting to warm up the core a little bit. Remember to breathe. Try to exhale every time you lift up the legs. Inhale as you lower. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Just a few more times. Feel the heat beginning to build up in the body. And we'll do one more. Exhale to lift, maybe hold it a little bit longer and lower. And then from here, we're gonna make our way up onto our chairs. So I'm gonna move my chair right here. So sit down on your chair. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure the feet are firmly planted on the earth. So try to get a chair that you need, that you can plant your feet. And I just remembered that I totally forgot to tell you any props that you will need. So we're going to gather them now, even though we're already centered in and stuff. So, well, if you decide to use any props, first of all, you need a chair, preferably with a back on it, but no armrests. You will need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use 2 books or just a couple pillows, a couple blankets, and if you'd like, or a bolster. And those are the props you need. So gather those if you haven't already. Her face was scratching at the door before, but I couldn't let her in. Okay. Anywho, hopefully you've got your props. Sit up nice and tall. Plant the feet firmly on the earth. And then from here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Bring the gaze up towards the fingertips. Let the palms touch at the top. As you exhale through the mouth, bring the hands down to the sides. Head comes down towards the earth at the bottom. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the fingertips. Exhale through the mouth. Hands come down towards the sides. Gaze comes down towards the thighs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale through the mouth. Arms come down by the sides. And from here, reach the right hand out in front of you. Flip the palm so it's facing up towards the sky. Take an inhale and bring your left hand to the right pinky finger. As you exhale, you're going to gently pull that pinky finger back, stretching out the pinky finger. Try to spread the other fingers nice and wide. Straighten them as best you can. On your next inhale, move from the pinky finger to the ring finger. Exhale, gently pull downward on the ring finger. Keep the belly engaged while you're doing this. Shoulders rolling down away from the ears. Shoulder blades spread on your back. Inhale, move to the middle finger. Exhale, gently pull down on the middle finger. Keep spreading the fingertips nice and wide. Belly pulls in towards the spine. Inhale to the pointer finger. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Exhale as you gently pull downward. And then to do the thumb, you're going to bring the backs of the hands to touch. Grab onto the thumb and gently pull it towards the right side of your body. Keep spreading those fingers nice and wide as you do this. And remember to keep breathing. And these are some good stretches that you can do either on an indoor trainer or even as you're riding. Sometimes your hands get tired and your wrists get tired. You can do it if you're able to ride with no hands. Then from here, keep the hand pointing down. Bring the left hand to all the fingertips and actually slightly onto the top of the palm too. And gently pull down on the hand to stretch out the forearm or the front of that or the back of the wrist. And then from here, flip that right hand over, fingertips point down, bring the left hand to the top of the hand and gently pull back. Stretching out the front of the wrist, front of the forearm. Remember to keep breathing, keep sitting up nice and tall and feel that belly button pull in towards the spine as you engage your core. And then we'll switch sides. So left hand, left fingertips point down towards the ground, palm faces up. Bring the right hand to the pinky finger, take an inhale. As you exhale, gently pull down on that pinky finger. Keep the other fingers spreading out nice and wide. Inhale to switch, move on to the ring finger. Exhale, gently stretch it out. Keep spreading the other fingertips nice and wide. Inhale, switch to the middle finger. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, switch to the pointer. Exhale, pull down. Keep spreading the fingertips nice and wide. Roll those shoulder blades down the back. Pull the belly button in. And then bring the backs of the hands to touch. Bring that left hand, grab onto the thumb, and pull that left thumb towards the left side of the body. Keep spreading the other fingertips nice and wide. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Release the thumb. Fingertips still pointing downward. Bring the right hand to all 4 fingers, and gently pull downward and back to stretch out the wrist. Flip the left hand over, fingertips point down, bring the right hand to the top of that hand and pull downward towards you, stretching out the front of that wrist. And then release both hands, bring your hands into fists and just do a couple circles with both hands in both directions. And then release the hands down by the sides. Inhale, shoulder blades go forward. And then exhale, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, reach the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, roll them down the back. One last time in this direction. Inhale, shoulder blades go forward. Exhale, back. And now we're reverse direction. So inhale, shoulders go back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. One last time. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. And then from here, I forgot. Bring the hands to the thighs. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Pull that belly in. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift, fill the lungs up completely. Exhale, round the spine and empty out the lungs completely. One last time. Inhale, lift the heart, pull the elbows in by the sides. Exhale, round the spine, pull the navel in. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, you're going to round the spine and hug that right knee in towards your forehead or nose. Inhale, drop the leg gently on the floor. Reach the hands back, lift the heart. Exhale, bring that right knee up, curl the spine. Inhale, right foot lands, lift the heart. One last time on this side. Exhale, round the spine. Pull that right knee in. Exhale, or inhale, lower it, lift the heart. And then we'll switch sides. Exhale, lift the left leg up. Pull that knee in towards the forehead or nose. Really round the spine, engage that core. Inhale, drop that foot down. Hands come back, heart lifts. Exhale, round and lift the leg. Inhale, lift the heart. One last time. Exhale, round the spine. Lift that left leg. And inhale, drop the leg. Lift the heart. Exhale, come to a neutral spine. And then from here, we will, figure 4. Sorry, I keep saying I had a long day today. I had an MRI, it was weird. All right, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Press that right knee down. Flex your right toes back towards the shin to help protect the knee and ankle joints. You can sit up nice and tall and stay here, or maybe you start to fold forward over that leg, stretching out that right hip a little bit more. My chair just almost shot back out behind me. Remember to breathe. And I try to send your breath into that right outer hip. Inhale to lift up and come back through center. And then you will switch sides if you can. But I can't, at the moment, turn. I don't really have any external rotation with my left leg because it hurts my knee really bad. So I'm just going to do this side again. So you guys cross your left ankle over right thigh. Flex the toes back towards the shin to protect your knee and ankle joints. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale, lead with the heart and fold. Or you can just say, stay sitting up nice and tall if that's enough of a stretch for you. Inhale to lift yourself up, and then bring both feet to the earth. You can keep the knees bent or work towards straightening the legs. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, fold over the legs. And I'm going to hold on to my chair so it doesn't shoot out back behind me. Try to lead with the heart. Keep a nice long spine. And then let the spine round once you come to the bottom of your fold. Remember to breathe. Send your breath into those hamstrings, the backs of the legs. Inhale. Come up through center. Sit at the edge of your chair. Feet or hips width distance apart. Make sure your feet are firmly planted on the earth. And then you're going to lean the heart slightly forward. Reach the arms up overhead. So you're in your Utkatasana, chair pose, or fierce pose in a chair. And if you have the mobility, which I don't right now, you can start to press up from the chair or work towards pressing up away from the chair. Take an inhale here. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Press the palms into one another. Look over the right shoulder. Breathe into the belly. Inhale, lift that heart up. Lift the right leg up. Cross it over the left. You have to be careful here. If you have the mobility here, you can wrap that the right foot once more around the left calf, which I don't have that mobility right now. Inhale, reach the arms out in front of you about shoulder height. Cross the left arm over right. Either give yourself a big hug or bend at the elbow creases and bring the backs of the hands to touch, or wrap once more so that the palms touch. Inhale, lift the elbows up about shoulder height. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Press the pinkies forward. Garudasana, eagle pose in a chair. Keep pulling the belly button in. And remember, you can always start to lift away from the chair if you have mobility. Inhale, release the arms. Bring that right leg to meet the left, hip width distance. Lean the heart forward, back into your Utkatasana, chair pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook that right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Look over the left shoulder. Roll that shoulder blade down the back. Press the left palm into the right and the right palm into the left. Try to keep the hips nice and square. You can always start to push away from the chair if you have the mobility. Inhale to bring yourself through center. Lift the left leg up. Cross it over the right. You can double wrap if you have the mobility. Arms reach out in front of you. Cross right arm over left this time. Either give yourself a big hug or bend at the elbow creases. Backs of the hands touch. Brow wrap once more so that the palms touch. Inhale, lift the elbows as high as the shoulders. At the same time, roll those shoulder blades down the back. Shoulders press away from the ears. Press the the fingertips, pinkies slightly forward. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. You can start to press away from the chair if you have a mobility. Inhale to release the arms, release the legs, reach the arms up overhead. And then bring the hands behind you. Reach the legs out in front of you as far as you can. Come to the very edge of your chair. On an inhale, you're going to press the hips up. Maybe let the head drop back. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, press the hips up. Maybe the head drops back. Exhale, lower. One last time, lift the hips up. Maybe the head drops back. Exhale, lower. Bring the hips further back on the chair. Feet plant firmly on the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, twist to the right. Bring that right hand behind you, either to the back of the chair or just plant it behind you. Left hand comes to the outer right thigh. Gaze is over either out to the right, or if it feels okay in your body, your gaze can be back over the right shoulder. Send the breath deep into the belly. Now let murder face in. All right. Inhale, come back through center, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you or to the back of your chair. Right hand to the outer left thigh. Gaze is either out to the left or back over your left shoulder. Send your breath deep into the belly. Inhale to come back through center, arms reach up overhead. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center. And then we're going to move our chairs and come to the mat. So we're going to stand at the back of the mat. And I find it's easier for me to move forward rather than stepping back in my vinyasas. So on an inhale, feet can either be together or hips width distance apart, whatever feels best in your body. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine, belly button pulls in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Half sun salutations, 2 more. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Fold over your legs. Remember, you can always have bent knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, start to walk your hands out in front of you to your downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. Maybe sway the hips a little. I can't really bend my left knee very well, so just kind of move in there. And then make your way to a still down dog. Find a little bit of stillness. Really press into the palms to reach those hips up nice and high. At the same time, try to bring the shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades. Roll down onto your back. If you feel like your spine is rounding forward here, you can bring a deep bend into your knees to find that length in your spine. And then from here, inhale, roll the body forward, make your way to your plank, shoulders over wrists. Feet reach back. They can be hip-width distance apart, or I like to bring them together. Lengthen the tailbone back. Press into the palms to lift that back heart space up towards the sky. Lengthen the tailbone back. Pull everything in towards the midline. Inhale here. And murder face, you're going to make this really hard for me. As you exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze the elbows in towards the sides, and lower all the way to your belly. Arnie's, I need you to move. Come here. Oh. Alright. Lower all the way to the belly. Then bring the elbows right under the shoulders, palms press into the earth. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet into the earth. Sphinx pose. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, lift that heart space through. Press into the forearms. You can stay right here, or if you'd like to come into a quad stretch, you can bend the right knee and reach back for your right foot with your right hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the top edge of the mat. Lengthen the tailbone back. Send the breath into the front of that right thigh, the quad. Carefully release that right foot, and then you will switch sides if you have mobility. I can't really bend into that knee. I tried stretching out my quads yesterday, and it didn't really work. So, bend the left knee. Reach back for your left foot with your left hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the front edge of your mat. Lengthen the tailbone back. And breathe. Exhale, release. Come back to your Sphinx. Now in your Sphinx, you're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to do what I call Sphinx forearm plank push-ups. I don't know. So you're going to inhale, lift the hips into your forearm plank. Lengthen the tailbone back. Exhale, lower the hips back down, but keep the toes tucked. We'll do this a few more times. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And you can always do this with the knees on the ground too. I can't really demonstrate that right now because I can't put any weight on my left knee. So inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Really squeeze everything in towards the midline. Lift the heart as you lower. Exhale, lift the hips as you raise up. Press that back heart space up. Lengthen the tailbone back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One last time. Inhale, lift. Hold here for a moment. Tailbone lengthens back. Reach through the heels and reach through the crown of the head. Then from here, you're going to start to walk the feet towards the arms, or the arms back towards the feet. Keep the forearms planted, making your way into your dolphin pose. Make sure your elbows are right underneath the shoulders, about shoulder width distance apart. Press into the forearms to lift the hips. Reach the heels down towards the earth. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Then from here, you can either lift up once at a time, make your way through plank to chaturanga, or if you want to challenge yourself from your dolphin, you can press up onto both hands through plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the heart, squeeze the elbows back, maybe lift the hands. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, press into the palms, coming up a little higher into your full cobra. Shoulder blades keep rolling down the back, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, lower. One last time, inhale, lift. Maybe you're lifting up a little bit higher. Hips stay planted. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Elbows squeeze in. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands by the low ribs. Squeeze the elbows in. Now you can either move through your child's pose to your downward facing dog or tuck the toes under. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Squeeze the elbows in towards the sides. Inhale, press up plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple cleansing breaths in our downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One last time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then begin to walk the hands back towards the feet. Exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe heel toe the feet together if you like to have your feet together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, reach up nice and high. Exhale, side bend to the right. Spin the heart open. Breathe into the left side body. Inhale through center. Grab onto the right wrist with your left hand. Find length. Exhale, side bend to the left. Breathe into the right side body. Spin the heart open. Inhale through center. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus the arms. Lift the heart. Your head's going to run into the wall. That's okay. Exhale. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in your spine. Exhale, fold and walk the hands out in front of you into your downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders come over wrists, high plank pose. Hold for a couple breaths. You can always lower the knees if you need. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Press into the palms to lift that back heart space up. Lengthen the tailbone back. Reach the crown of the head forward and reach the heels back. Inhale, shift forward slightly. Exhale, squeeze the elbows in, lower down, all the way to the belly. Arms come wide. Arms come out wide, spider your fingertips, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the heart up into a wide armed cobra. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down, look over the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down, look over the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip the right shoulder. One last time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip the right shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands back by the low ribs. Squeeze the elbows in. Either move through your child's pose to your downward facing dog or tuck the toes underneath. Really squeeze everything in towards the midline. Squeeze those elbows in. Inhale, press up plank. Exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. And then start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe heel toe the feet together if you like having your feet together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in the spine. Exhale, walk the hands out in front of you to your downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders come over wrists, plank. Exhale, lower to the belly. Then from here, bring the left arm out to a T. About shoulder height, palm faces down, and spin yourself onto your left side. Knees can either come in towards the chest or lengthen out long, or maybe you come into a little quad stretch here by bending the right knee, reaching back for your right foot with your right hand. Lengthen the tailbone down. Squeeze the legs towards one another, so try not to bring that right knee up. You want to squeeze your knees towards one another. So now we have a nice shoulder and chest opener, as well as a quad stretch. Perfect for cyclists. To really open up. Do that opposite motion with the arms instead of reaching forward. We're opening our shoulders up and back. And quad stretches are always my favorite. Exhale, release that right foot if you had it. It's running into my props here. And roll onto the belly and switch sides. So right arm reaches out to the right, about shoulder height. Palm faces down on the ground. Spin yourself over. This left hand can stay in front of the face. Maybe you bend the knees in towards you. Maybe you bring the legs out long. Maybe you come into your quad stretch, which I can't do on this side right now. Maybe this left leg, comes back behind you. Ow, quit attacking my foot. All right. This left hand, if you're not taking the quad stretch, you can either keep it in front of the face or wrap it behind the low back. And then exhale, release that left hand, release your foot if you took the quad stretch, and make your way onto your belly. Then roll all the way over onto your back. And then you're going to reach the legs out long in front of you, arms down by the sides. Exhale, lift yourself up to hover. Keep the chin off your chest. Belly button pulls in towards the spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, maybe lift up to your high boat. Lift the heart. Arms reach out in front of you. You can always grab onto the backs of the legs or lower the feet if you need. Or maybe you start to straighten the legs. Challenge yourself a little bit more. Keep the heart lifted. Exhale. Lower the legs down. From here, reach the left leg out long. Bring the right foot to the inside of your left thigh, like this. Flex those left toes. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe even place a prop underneath the sit bones if you have a hard time sitting up tall in this position. Flex those left toes. Start to spin the belly button towards that left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, lead with the heart. Fold over the left leg. A little bit of hamstring stretch. Starting to cool off a little bit. Inhale to lift yourself back up through center, and then reach the right leg out long in front of you. Left leg can come to the inside of your left thigh, like I did on the other leg, but I can't do that right now, so I'm going to take this bolster and place it under my left leg and have it open kind of wide because I can't bend my knee that far right now. So, flex the right toes. Try to spin your belly button towards that right leg. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Fold over that right leg. You need just a little bit. Point this leg down. It's kind of hard to fold like this. Send the breath into the back of that right leg, into those hamstrings. With every exhale, allow your body to release some tension so that you can maybe fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift the heart, sit up nice and tall, Reach both legs out long in front of you. Flex the toes up towards the sky. Maybe start to pull a little bit of the flesh away from underneath you. That'll help you sit up a little taller and help you fold forward better. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, lead with the heart, fold over both legs. Inhale, lift that heart up. And as you exhale, slowly lower down onto the back. Make your way all the way onto your back. And actually, if you can, come to a wall. Sorry, I'm just going to pull my mat closer to this wall. If you don't have a wall, a couch will also work. You just need something to press your hands up against. So you want to press your hands into the wall. Try to push that wall away as best you can. Bring the knees to about a 90-degree angle. Really press that belly button down so that the low spine, if you try to put your hand underneath your back, you won't be able to because your back is flush with the mat. So keep pressing into that wall. Arms that are at about a 90-degree angle as well. Flex the toes and then begin to tap the toes to the earth. Keep pulling the belly button in and down towards the earth. Keep flexing the feet. It looks kind of funny. Keep pressing the hands into the earth. Let the face out. Keep breathing. Keep pulling that belly button in. Press the hands into the wall. A few more breaths here. You got this. Keep those legs at about a 90-degree angle. Really fire up that core. And then take a break. Release the arms, release the legs. Come into a little baby Shavasana before we move on to our last core move. All right, so for our last core move, you're going to bring the hands underneath the legs slightly. Like right underneath the butt. Palms face down towards the earth. Really press the low back in towards the earth. And then you're going to start to hover the feet, or hover one foot and then the other. Start to lift and lower. You can touch the toe or the heels onto the earth if you'd like, or just keep them floating. If this is too much, you can just do this at the top, or maybe somewhere in between. Try to move nice and slow. Remember to keep breathing. Keep pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Press the hands into the earth. Try to lift the chin up slightly away from the chest. A couple more deep breaths here. We're almost there. And lower the feet, release the hands. From here, we'll stretch out the belly a little bit, coming into a little bit of a back bend before we finish up. So, if you have some props, gather whatever props you're going to use. I suggest having 2 blocks. So I'm going to demonstrate that version first. So you're going to bring one block up towards the top of the mat, and the other one a little bit further down. They can be on any height that you'd like. I like to have mine on the medium and low. The medium, or the closer block, you're going to place right underneath the shoulder blades, at the bottom of the shoulder blades, and the other one underneath the head. So you can have both these blocks at the same height if you'd like, or have the head one higher, whatever feels best in your body, or you can forego the head block altogether. Bring the arms down by the sides, legs can be out long in front of you, or you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. So that's your option with blocks or books. Your other option, if you have a pillow or a couple pillows or a bolster, you'll just take the bolster, place it underneath the shoulder blades, just to lift up that heart space, stretch out the belly a little after all that core work we did. Also, everyone has the option to clasp the elbows up over their head for a deeper shoulder opener. If you don't have pillows, you can use, or a bolster, you can use a bunch of blankets. And if you don't have any props, you can just take this version. Tuck the hands underneath the butt like we just had them, and lift up onto the forearms, head reaches back into your regular fish pose. So take your version. Remember to breathe. Feel that belly stretch out a little bit after all of that awesome core work we just did. Maybe take a few exhales out through the mouth to sigh out any leftover tension. If you clasp opposite elbows overhead, just switch the clasp so the other arm's on top. And then release the clasp of the elbows if you've clasped them. Carefully roll off onto one side, just so that you're able to remove any props that you used. If you weren't using any props, just move the hands out from under you and lower back onto your back. Everyone make your way back onto the back. And then hug the right knee into your chest. Interlace the hands either in front of the shin or behind the thigh. Take a few deep breaths here, feeling the leg and belly rise with every inhale. And lower with your exhales. Bring the right arm out to a T. Bring the left hand to the outer right leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gently let that right leg fall over to the left side. Keep that right shoulder grounded, so this right knee is probably not going to come all the way to the earth, and that's okay. Head, gaze can be pointed straight up at the sky, or maybe over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Breathe into the belly. Inhale to come back through center. Release the right leg down and hug the left knee in towards your chest. Either interlace the hands behind the left thigh or in front of the left shin. Feel the leg and belly rise with every inhale and lower with every exhale. Then bring the left arm out to a T, about shoulder height, palm faces the sky. Right hand comes to the outer left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently cross that left leg over to the right side. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Maybe look over the left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Send your breath deep into the belly. Inhale to come back through center. Give yourself one last big hug. Hug the knees in towards the forehead, towards the nose. Exhale, release the legs out long in front of you, arms down by the sides. Or if you're still by a wall or a couch, you can come into legs up the wall. So I'm going to do just to elevate my knee a little bit. So bring one hip to your wall or couch, then spin those legs all the way up. Scoot yourself in as needed and reach those legs at the wall. Wherever you're at, arms will come down by the sides, palms facing up. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is nice and long. Let the eyes close and let the face relax. Really uncrinkle the forehead. Relax the jaw. Maybe move it a little bit from side to side, forward and back. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes sink deep into their sockets. Relax the shoulders. Relax the upper arms, the forearms, the palms, and each finger. Relax the belly. Relax the hips. Relax the thighs and the calves, even if your legs are up the wall. Relax the feet and every single toe. We'll take one inhale here and exhale through the mouth. Then allow your breath to return to its normal, natural state, releasing any breath control, letting your breath become automatic. Once again, noticing any thoughts that come to mind, but don't make any attachments or judgments about them. Just notice them and let them go, allowing you to clear your mind and be completely present in this moment. Notice the sounds. Notice all the feelings around you, whether it's your emotions or the temperature or just the body connected to different parts of the earth. Once again, not making any attachments or judgments, just noticing. Shavasana. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana longer, I highly recommend you do. But if you're ready to come out, or you just don't have the time, start by deepening the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. You rock the head from side to side. Reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you if you're lying on the floor. Or if you have the legs up the wall, just squeeze them together and really engage the legs. And then carefully roll over onto one side. You can rest here for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, make your way into a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. Try and sit up taller than you have all day. Keep the eyes closed. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to practice yoga, to be present, and to move the body. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you can take the benefits from today's practice onto your bikes and into the rest of your week. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. My hip always pops when I do that. Thank you, everyone. I hope you had a good class. I hope your core is nice and warm. Maybe you sweat a little bit. I know I did. Please join me on Thursday for my Yin and Yang class at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Saturday for my Energizing Vinyasa at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I probably will be doing a little bit of chair yoga for them this week, but I'm going to be moving on to the mat again. So, yeah. Oh, also, please still subscribe or follow Crux on Instagram and Facebook, Crux Chiropractic. If you're ever in Milwaukee, you should see them if you need to see a chiropractor. I unfortunately can't ride my bike right now, so I can't get there to teach, so my classes are going to be here until I can ride my bike again, which is hopefully soon. Thank you again. Let me know if you have any suggestions for any of my future classes, whether just something you want to work on, or whether it's mentally, physically, or whatever. And please donate if you can. All right, thank you. Have a good night.